Cross-examination, Mr. Reed?
Yes, Your Honor. Sergeant, hello.
Hi.
It was an interesting, if lengthy dissertation on the Datamaster, but I just have a few questions for you.
Okay.
I want to start off first by establishing what is actually going on with this machine, and I know that you testified on direct that you thought this was in May that it came into service. In fact, it was June 10th.
Actually, the Datamaster DMT came into service in May. Our first instrument was bad. They replaced it in June. So this one came in on June. The previous one came in May.
So let me get this straight. So you guys get one in May. This thing doesn't even work. So now you got this new one that you throw in there in June, right?
Yes, sir.
So right off the bat, we got this machine, once the first one has failed, and now we're using the second one.
Objection, there is no question.
It's cross-examination, it's a leading question, it's my given right as a jurist, Your Honor.
You may proceed. The jury will be instructed that it is argument.
Absolutely, Your Honor.
You may
And,
proceed.
we'll just sort of sum that up here, just in case nobody heard that, which I'm sure everybody did. They had a machine, correct me if I'm wrong, that was brought in May. The thing didn't even work right, so you took it out of service, and now this machine is the replacement.
Well, I didn't take it out of service. The instrument itself, when it performed an accuracy test, was picking up external interference, took itself out of service, and then when we brought it to the state's attention, they brought us a new instrument.
Okay. And so the instrument that we're dealing with here today wasn't put in there until June 10th.
That is correct.
Roughly a month before the test in question in this case.
That is
right?
correct.
Okay. Now, I just heard a whole lot of stuff about numbers.
Mhm.
And I think the question on everybody's mind is, when you look at that thing over there in the bottom left-hand corner of Exhibit 3 right there, it says, and correct me if I'm wrong, accurate test results shall be, and we'll go right to dry gas, within 5% of target or correction factor. That's what it says, right?
Mhm.
And that's like from the administrative rules too, that these machines have to be very accurate, right?
That's correct.
So you only have a little bit of play, like 5% play on this machine, right?
Yes.
So either way, if the test is 5% higher or lower, it's still considered an accurate test.
It's within tolerance.
Well, let me ask you this. What's 5% of a .08?
I would have to get a calculator to give you an accurate number on that.
Okay, well, what if somebody did a test when they blew a .08 and they were really .000000001 under a .08, but the thing showed up as a .08? You guys would consider that an accurate test, right?
No, because you're misunderstanding what's going on.
So you're telling me that this machine is infallible, that there is no play either way on the test results of that machine when somebody blows on it?
No, what I'm saying is what you
Well,
just
is that
said
true
was
then?
incorrect.
Sir, is that true? Does this machine, have you ever heard the concept of standard deviation?
Yes.
Okay, this machine has that.
In the accuracy tests and the check tests. Okay, you're saying that what you're saying is incorrect. You're not comparing apples to apples.
So you're saying that this test, 100% of the time, if somebody blows into this thing, it's going to always be 100% accurate. There's no play either way on the number at all.
I'm saying the results.
Yes or no?
Yes.
This thing is infallible. You're a fatal accident guy, right?
That is
When
correct.
somebody has a fatal accident, you give them a blood draw, don't you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because you want to make sure you got the most accurate test result. You don't take them down and give them the Datamaster TMT, do you?
No, sir.
So let's get this straight right now. 5%. That's the play on that machine, right? That's what you guys are looking at to make sure that's accurate.
You're not giving the right answer. You're
Sir.
not explaining it to the jury. Your statement and your questioning is incorrect.
That's my question. Sir, I'm just looking at this law. You read it. It says dry gas within 5% of target or correction factor. That's what it says. It says that, right? I'm not.
What it's
that's my
saying
question, right?
is you have a target range. You have a target number. Okay? The result that it receives has to be within 5% plus or minus. If that result is out of that 5% range, if it receives a result that's a .72, that would be outside that range, and therefore the instrument shuts down. There's obviously something wrong. It's not saying that the result of 7.2 is wrong. It's not saying that the result of 0.8 is wrong, 0.08. What it's saying is if it's outside the range, then it is out of the range and it needs to be looked at. It's not saying the sample itself gets a 5% tolerance. The sample itself is the sample itself. It's an accurate sample. It's just saying that that sample can be within 5% of the target range.
Okay.
So what you're saying was incorrect.
Let's get to the bottom of this right now.
Okay.
Okay? That little gas canister in that machine, right, that is automatic, and it, every Monday at 10 o'clock in the morning, the gas hits this machine and it gives you a reading, right? You
Yes,
agree
sir.
with me on that?
Yes, I do.
Right? You agree with me that the administrative rules and this thing right here that we're looking at basically says that this test, this gas test, is always going to be a certain amount, and that as long as the machine reads this within 5% of that amount, higher or lower, it's fine.
It's saying that the instrument is working, yes.
Right. And these numbers aren't the same, right? Even when you look at these, they're different.
That is correct.
And it's
because
not a
just
huge
for evaluation.
Sure, and I'm not talking huge
Evaluation.
play here. I'm not talking like this thing's off 0.02 or anything like that, right? We're talking minuscule numbers here, right? Right? But when you're a .08 and a .079999999 is the difference between guilt or innocence, you agree with me that minuscule numbers are important, right?
If he was a .07999, he would have come up as a .07 because it truncates the last set.
I've got no further questions.
Any